And away we go. It is the Nightcap, brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken right here on BearcatJournal.com. I'm Chad Brendel. He's Aaron Smith. And as always, make sure you are going to www.galacticfriedchicken.com for all your fried chicken needs. Download the app for Android, iPhone, and everything Galactic. Big thanks to Shane yesterday for all the support, all the help.
For sure,
free
man.
Bottle of sauce. And for the big baller that was given away. Bottle of champagne, 10 pieces of fried chicken, 6 sides. Like that's the money, right? The 6 sides. Like, how could you eat 6 sides? Oh my god.
You invite your best friends over,
right?
I don't know.
Ed made it to Galactic Fried Chicken.
He did,
today.
and forgot to take pictures, like a
chump. Forgot to take pictures. He just ate fried chicken. Hi, Kelsey.
What time do you think we'll be home from the basketball game tomorrow?
I don't know what time we'll be home from the basketball game tomorrow.
It'll be like 6.
Around there, roughly.
Okay.
Can I go back to doing my content?
It's just me. No, we're not live.
No, we're not live. We're recording. This is what I got to deal with. She's excited. Her and Kelly are going to the game tomorrow. Going to watch the Bearcats take on the Temple Owls.
Yep.
Oh.
I'm gonna go watch a movie with my friends.
Okay, bye.
That's the most energy we're gonna have in this video, right?
Yeah, the two of us are pretty gassed.
So for those of you who don't know, we did 15 hours of content yesterday. Then we talked for like a half hour afterwards because we were both still coming down. And like I woke up at, I don't know what time you woke up. I woke up at 11:30 and then took a nap again around like, I don't know, 5 or 6. And
so I went double nap kind of. I woke up at so we went to bed at like 4.
Yeah.
And then I woke up at 9 and like was up for like an hour and a half. And then I went back to sleep for a while. And then I woke up and then I was still tired. So I had lunch and hung out with the fam for a little bit since I didn't see them at all yesterday, outside of Kelsey displaying her Squishmallows and costing us 3 subscriptions live on stream. And then I went back to sleep for like an hour. And then I got up, did some 700 WLW, and they were like, how you doing? I'm like, pretty good, but my voice is not in great shape. I'm worried about this week doing radio 4 days. Like, I'm going to take some, I'm not going to talk. Well, we got a game tomorrow.
Tea. Drink some tea.
Bourbon. That's usually what I go with.
A little bit of lemon.
I just go
bourbon. A little
bourbon.
bit of honey.
That typically heals it in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, it was awesome. It's right here on this YouTube channel if you haven't seen it yet.
Thanks to everybody who joined us throughout the day.
Yeah.
Thanks to everybody who hit that subscribe button, whether it was yesterday or today when we woke up and had even more subscribers.
Yeah.
We appreciate everything that everybody did, all the guests, all the content, all the people in the chat. Like it was pretty fantastic.
Get out. Now she thinks she's part of the show. Yeah. She's going to be grounded in 2 seconds. So
can't wait.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Luke Fickle live from Mexico.
Yeah.
Wes Miller live from Philadelphia, sipping a cappuccino.
Yep.
And dude, Jimmy Smith he's so funny.
Yeah.
Like I had people that say they were like literally in tears watching the Jimmy Smith segment, talking about when Ferg was dying of heat stroke and Metz was like, he's fine. If he dies, he dies. It's not actually what was said. It's a joke, but so many good stories, so many awesome guests. Such a great time. Danco Joe hanging out with us for like 2 hours.
Yep. Just a kid in a candy store.
He hung out for the Lenny interview. He's like, oh, I can stay. Sweet.
Yep.
What's up, Lenny? I got a question.
Today, Lenny still thinks his name is Danko.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Joe is his last name. He's the first person in history with the last name Joe. First name Danko.
So funny.
We should have put a comma, so then he would thought his name was Joe Danko. Danko, comma Joe. Shane from Galactic. Mike from 513 Shirts for all the support. I hope Mike remembers. He promised us a new BCJ line if we hit 1,000. So
I still have to get back to everybody. I know people have been hitting me in the DMs, but I've been in and out of consciousness today. So I will be getting back to everybody if I haven't already by the time you watch this. So
yeah, and we'll get all that information to Mike at 513 Shirts, and he'll get everything shipped out to you guys, and hopefully we'll start designing. Like I think we need to lean into a podcast line, right? Like
sure.
The Holy Grail BCJ podcast, the BBP. You guys have already got your PTP stuff, but
yeah,
we could do a nightcap line of gear as well. So maybe we'll lean into that a little bit.
Get somebody to draw caricatures of you and I, like.
You know what's funny is like when we get the thumbnails of this every time, we're almost always both laughing.
That sounds about right.
For some reason, probably because we're both cracking up most of the show. Anytime we get a thumbnail, both of us are like this. But again, man, thanks to everybody. We're over 3,000 views on that stream from yesterday. There's a bonus 3 hours that for some reason Facebook decided to lop off that we'll try to get up. It was a really good 3 hours with Tonk and Bob and Marcus. Mm-hmm. So we'll try to get that up at some point in time. I don't know. I almost like you want the good stuff. You better stay up. You don't get the good stuff if you didn't stay up. Like
that's still so mad though that his Paul Bearer impression.
Paul Bearer got,
Oh my, that was so funny.
There were so many moments yesterday that were just so classic. The look on our faces when Luke popped up with the beach in the background, and we're both like, he's like
Yep.
All right. So Bearcats Temple tomorrow. I don't know if I call it a must-win.
No, not on the same level as Wichita, but I think
you need to take what you did against Wichita and continue moving forward and playing well.
If you ask Coach Miller, though, every game is a must-win. Every practice is a must-win. So maybe it is a must-win.
Every second of every day is a must-win. So you were vindicated.
Let's go.
Somewhat.
Let's go.
You must win every moment of life, Aaron.
I have not done that today. I promise.
That is Wes Miller saying that, not Chad. Temple, interesting, man. They've got some injury issues. They got 3 guys that are game time decisions, 2 guys that are out. They might be down to 8 scholarship players. So it's going to be interesting tomorrow looking at the Temple Owls. The same problems. They've got a great size. They've got great length, especially at the guard positions, which is something that gives Cincinnati problems so far this season. But Cincinnati's at home. They're looking to have, especially, I mean, if you go back offensively the last 3 games, I know they lost 2 of them, but offensively the last 3 games, they've been pretty good.
Yeah.
So this is a Temple team that really, really struggles offensively. They have, for the most part, played good defense. They've kind of been in a similar rut to Cincinnati over the past 2 or 3 games where their defense has been not as good as it had been all season. I'm sure injuries have something to do with that.
I don't know. Beating SMU 64-57. Defense was pretty good in that game.
SMU was without Kendrick Davis, though.
Okay.
We saw what happened when Cincinnati played Kendrick Davis. He played. Cincinnati limited him, and SMU was not good. So, yes, they beat SMU shorthanded, but without Davis, SMU's not the same squad. So, yes, they did slow down SMU. Like I said, their defense is really solid. but offensively, they're not very good. This will be hopefully a chance for Cincinnati's defense to get back on track. They were better over the final 25 minutes, most of the final 25 minutes against Wichita State. They did have a little lapse there at the end where Wichita State got some points in transition. But this is a game that Cincinnati needs to, especially the way the schedule finishes. They're not a good road team. They'll have 4 games left that include at UCF, at Houston, at SMU. And then senior day in between UCF and Houston against USF here at Fifth Third Arena. If you're going to get to 20, your chances improve drastically with this one, right?
Absolutely. And it's a vindication game. Like,
yeah, they were what they shoot. They shot like 17% from the floor and 7% from 3 in the second half in that game in Philly. Don't you remember that? It was the worst offensive awful half of basketball that I've ever seen. They were under 20% from 2, or under 20% from the field, under 10% from 3. It was eye gouging.
It was bad.
The one where you're sitting there with the pen in your hand and you're like, if I jab this into my eye.
I mean, they finished under 30 from the field, under 30%, finished 21.2% from 3 for the game.
And that was a game they had a 14-point lead at halftime.
It was bad.
Remember they had a spurt in the final 4 minutes going into the break where they took a close game, made it look like a blowout.
Only scored 21 points in the second half. Woof.
And then as Coach B would say, you pissed down your leg. The moment was too big. You're not an athlete. Do you watch that at all? You don't watch Coach B? Oh, I need to send you that YouTube channel or that Twitter channel. He does. He acts like the coach and breaks down film and just drops your mama jokes and makes fun of guys that make bad plays.
Sounds about right.
He did one today. The season was over, so everybody was worried, like, what's he going to do? He broke out the USC Texas national championship game, and he had Pete Carroll. Like, the dude does like dresses up and acts as every character.
Okay. And
he showed up as it's Snoop with charging cords as his braids. We'll watch it when we get done recording. I'll have you pull it up and we'll watch it. It's so funny. It's so funny. But yeah, so they got to play better than they did in the second half. Clearly, if they play reasonably well, they should get this win.
Well, and we showed in the graphic earlier, ESPN's BPI, they have them to win at a 75% clip. They're favored by 6 points in this one. All signs point to them winning this game. It's just a matter of going out and executing.
Yeah. I don't have a whole lot, man. I'm tired. Like, normally I don't have any problem turning the switch on and and hit and go and making content, making upbeat content.
No, today we have to go back to the breaker box, switch the breaker over, and just recharge, man.
Here's the other problem. Everybody now is like, oh, you guys can do that? Like, when can we get some more of that? I'm like, maybe never.
Maybe never.
That might be a one of one.
If so, it was a hell of a ride.
I'm sure we'll do something. Now that we know we can do it, I'm sure we'll be tempted at some point in time to be like, you want to do that again?
That's the thing, though. Sequels are never as good as the first.
No, we'd have to dig deep into our bag of tricks on guests because, what we could do Jim Kelly, we could do Terry since we did Dan and Mo.
Yeah.
We could do those two. The bag of former players, like we could dig deep into that if necessary. One of these days we'll fire it back up.
That's the thing, though. We just did it. We can't. We gotta let it lay for a minute.
Let people appreciate how
let
awesome
it sit, let it breathe. It's kind of like when you put wine into a decanter. You just got to let it
swirl
breathe.
It around.
Yeah.
And
I'm
that way
tired.
Yeah. Oh man, I am wiped out.
We'll let Brent and Dave do the next one.
Yeah. tried to I drank a Mountain Dew today, and my body was like, nope. You better get some water, player. Oh, I know. I remember why I woke up at 8:40 this morning.
Why?
I had a cramp in my calf from sitting in the chair for 15 hours. Like I just was like readjusting in bed, and my calf was like, asshole. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm so sorry.
Unreal.
So that's why I woke up after like 4 hours of sleep, is because I had a cramp in my calf from sitting in this chair. And then I remembered, like, we talked about this. I watch streaming all the time.
Yeah.
You know what those guys do every like hour, every 90 minutes or so?
Probably get up and walk around.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they do. There's a reason they do that. It's because their bodies demand it, because sitting in a chair for 15 hours is not what you should do.
No, I'm going to need to get a cordless headset so I can do that if we ever do anything close to that again.
All right, man. I will see you. I guess we'll probably bump into each other tomorrow.
Probably.
Kelly will be down the second row or so, right behind the scorers table, if you want to give her a hello. Her and Kelsey. She wanted to go to the game, and had some friends that had an extra ticket or two, and invited her to come with them. And first time she's been in a while. So
all right.
She's been walking in here like, should I wear this? What do you think about this? Like all her different UC stuff. And I'm like, just wear whatever. It's a UC game. Wear UC stuff. You'll be fine. But if I wear a black shirt and I wear black leggings, and I'm like, come really be loud, wear black. Kelsey will be the loud one screaming at people. This is what it is. My dogs are going nuts over something. All right. Okay. We'll see you tomorrow night. It's the Nightcap right here on BearcatJournal.com.
See ya.